Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
From the papers, more from Tessa and David, and good news for our email correspondent accusing my fat head of getting in the way of the Daily Mirror front page there. Shall I press this button? There we are. Are you happier now? Yeah, anyway. All aboard Cam's £1 million gravy train. Oh, yeah, by the way, my name's Longhurst, not Longhurts, as you keep emailing. All aboard Cameron's £1 million gravy train. 25 ex-coalition ministers join payroll of industries they used to oversee. I thought that was against ministerial rules. If you went straight into a job from being a minister in charge
they
or something.
should get cleared by the Business Advisory Committee, which is an independent body that should sign off any ministerial position. I think it's within 6 months of leaving a ministerial
because
place.
obviously the political influence that could be brought to bear as a result of that. Well, it is quite a significant number because there's an inside page here where the Mirror's looked at, as it says, jobs for the boys, how Cam's coalition are cashing in. We should reflect, actually, there are, 3 Liberal Democrat former ministers there, so it's not exactly all members of the Tory party. But what's it alleging they're doing wrong?
This is one of those stories that comes round, and the Mirror have obviously said, let's have a look at this, and done a bit of digging around. There are 25 MPs who were in the coalition government, so Lib Dems and Conservatives, who have taken jobs that between them add up to £1 million worth. 7 of them are still practising as MPs, though not in the government now, and 2 of them have gone to the Lords. Now, so for instance, Chris Huhne, who was the Energy Secretary before he ran into a bit of trouble with his motoring offences, he now works for an energy firm. And you've got David Laws, the Schools Minister, who's a job advisor to a schools academy, and so forth. They've all taken jobs. Now, this happened with the last Labour government. You know, Tony Blair's doing work. All the people who were in there who've now left, have gone to do jobs, and nobody decries them. It's not, they've done nothing wrong. The only question is, what's the reasonable amount of time between leaving,
or should you go into a role specifically that you oversaw as a government minister, because there could be a conflict of interest?
Oh, I think that's very difficult. I think also that you have to be very clear that you will not use contacts that you made in government, and that, I think, is why you have to assume that's. I mean, these are people. You have to assume they're people of integrity. However, the reason that many of them have been hired is on a presumption that they had contacts in government that may be utilised now they're outside government, and that's the door that's.
They may well also have expertise that could be brought to bear. But I mean, is there a flip side to that? And i.e., they have to earn a living if they have perhaps left Parliament, or
of course they've got to earn. I mean, a lot of these are young men and women. Of course they've got to. Of course they've got to earn a living, and but the important thing is that there are rules which are consistently applied, and which are publicly understandable. And but you're right. I mean, people develop expertise in government, but the important thing is that they're not deriving personal benefit on the back of recent, proximate
decisions made as ministers.
Okay.